Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bandlab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent Bandlab track. Today we've got Standing by Your Side 2023 version by CryptKeeper over on Bandlab. So without further ado, to the left!
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
Time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent Bandlab track. Standing by Your Side 2023 by CryptKeeper at CryptKeeper2023, CryptKeeper 2023 out of Richmond, Virginia, repping 1.21 followers to 1,000 followers rather. And his track is actually the contest winning track for the recent Her Story contest over here on Bandlab. He released it on March 15th. It's got 1.5 thousand plays and 120 likes, including one of our own. Let's take a listen. That lead-in that builds up but then drops everything for an acoustic guitar, classic and a great way to start a track. Yeah. What an awesome coffee house vocal. There's something so whimsical about it, almost like it belongs in an episode of One Tree Hill. The music was always slapping on that show, okay? I don't care what anyone says.
Your soul keeps me warm when everything is freezing.
Your soul keeps me warm when everything's freezing. And your love makes me smile when no one would believe me. What great uplifting lyrics. Ooh, just a brief little break before the next part. The guitar is nice and shiny. It gives like a 60s vibe. And it's doing all the work for this vocal to let this vocal kind of shine through. It's laying this foundation for it. Remember, you don't have to fill the entire audio spectrum before a vocal jumps on. In fact, having space for a vocal is the only way to let it sit comfortably in the mix. Oh, it's about to get bigger. You can tell by the waveform. Oh, we're ramping up. What a feel-good track. Silence is music to my ears. I love lyrical songwriting. As long as you're here. Silence is only music to my ears as long as you're here. Oh, the synth. Do, 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 do. Great addition of that synth at the end. Really drives home the happiness and like the finality of it. We're coming to the end. Everything's happy again. The conflict in the story has been resolved, and we're all just basking in the glow of a happy ending. and then the amp clicking off for the ending. Come on, you guys. Come on. What a great track, CryptKeeper. I really, really enjoyed all of it. I will say, let's jump over to two things I love and one thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is how you use the guitar to completely line out the arrangement and make it feel like a story. We have the swell in on the beginning, which leads to the bright guitar. And then that plucking leads to our chords, which become this musical bed for such great lyrics. So the first thing I love is how the guitar is used to be everything, and it's enough. Not only is it enough, but it's the perfect vibe for this kind of triumphant standing by your side thing that we're going for here. The swell into the plucks, into the chords, and then finally at the end is the percussion and the synth come in. Speaking of the synth, let's jump over here because that's the second thing I love. I mentioned it during the song and I'll say it one more time. It is a story that has gotten over the mountain of conflict, and you are staring down at the valley. What do they call it in The Land Before Time? The Great Valley, right? Where all the plant eaters are, and there's sunshine, and there's plants, and it's beautiful. But you've gotten over the conflict, and now everyone is, in fact, basking in the happy ending, and that's this part right here. And the cool part about that is with the vocalist doing oohs instead of singing more, because it was a very vocally driven song in a sense that the lyrics were meant to be heard and understood. Some songs, the lyrics are part of the melody almost. They function as a second melody line and they drive us along. But these lyrics are meant to be heard, which is why I mentioned earlier that coffee house vibe. In fact, it reminds me a lot of the Cranberries. They have a song called Dreams that I love that just kind of is a triumphant, happy, feel-good track. And this really reminds me of that. So the first thing I love is that guitar through the arrangement. The second thing I love is that synth at the end as the vocals complement it perfectly. And the one thing that I want more of is I wanted to maybe hear, I love the addition of the percussion towards the end, and when it comes in, it's a great addition. But I almost wonder if we couldn't. And remember, music totally subjective. So this song is perfect the way it is. But I almost wonder if we couldn't, from my ear, have either a shaker or maybe some drums playing on the rim of the snare, or maybe a cajon or a djembe, something acoustic, some kind of acoustic percussion that carries through the entire song so that when we get to this drum moment, it's not like, oh, what's the drummer been doing this whole time? It sounds excellent. But I wonder if maybe it wouldn't fit with our arrangement to have some acoustic percussion happening before that, towards the beginning, at least as a heartbeat, right? This song has such great heart. It would be awesome to have like a heartbeat throughout, like I said, whether it's shaker or cajon or whatever the case may be, and then transition into this great percussion. Anyway, it's an excellent song. Everyone should jump over to Bandlab and follow CryptKeeper2023. And don't forget to follow DJTatious on YouTube, Bandlab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. But in the meantime, thanks so much for waking up and drinking coffee with me, and I will see you next time.